Hi everyone, welcome to the Thrifty Jewel, where life is full of second chances. I am Paula and I live a thrifty lifestyle. Today I am painting a cabinet. If you watch some of my recent videos, you will see that I have been on the hunt for a cabinet that has a glass door on it that I can store my quilts in. I have a small vintage quilt collection that I have started, and I wanted a way to have them folded up and displayed. So I have been looking for a cabinet and I found one on Facebook Marketplace, and I'm going to show you it in a second. We lost power 2 days ago and our house generator is running right now. It is really loud and I can't wait for the power to come back on. I'm thankful that we have the generator because we are able to function as normal in this house right now with this generator going, but it is really loud. I'm obviously in the garage right now. Generator is right outside on the other side of this wall and it is really loud, so I'm sorry for that. Hopefully while I'm filming this video, the power will come back on and that sound will go away. But I'm about to show you this cabinet. This is my cabinet. This was actually part of an entertainment center, and I'll show you how I know that in just a second. But this has a glass door to it. It's a really nice heavy beveled glass, and thankfully it didn't get broken. My husband had this on the trailer. We had it strapped down really well, but the glass ended up falling out of it and it fell into the cabinet. We had it laying down. Thankfully the glass did not break. It is a really thick, heavy piece of glass, and so it is out of the cabinet for right now. It's gonna make it easier for me to paint it. Side of the cabinet here, you can see just on the top portion, there are some holes that had shelves. The man who had this for sale had 2 of these. So what we are figuring is there were 2 of these side by side, and then there were shelves that were connected in between. And so there's only holes on this one side, not on the other side. I have some wood filler that I'm going to use and fill these holes, and then I'm going to sand them down a little bit. And then I am going to clean this up and I'm going to paint it. This does have a light in it. I don't know if I'm gonna be using this light because I'm gonna be having these quilts stacked up in here and I think it's gonna be pointless. But I'm gonna leave the light there just in case. And so I'm gonna go ahead and get set up and I will be back. First thing that I'm gonna do is clean this cabinet. It's really, really dusty. It has been in a storage unit. And so I am using some Totally Awesome, and I get this at the dollar store. This stuff is pretty awesome. So I'm gonna be using this. I've sprayed some of the cabinet down already, and I'm gonna use a damp cloth just to wipe all of the dirt off of the cabinets, and that's what I'm gonna do right now. Make sure when you're cleaning that you really get into the grooves or crevices where dust is. You want to make sure you really get that cleaned out. The paint will not stick well in those areas and it will also look terrible. So you want to make sure that you really get in those areas and really clean them. I debated about painting the inside of this cabinet, and I decided that I am not going to paint the inside of the cabinet, but I decided that I want to find a floral peel and stick contact paper to put inside. So I'm gonna go ahead and clean this cabinet and I will be back. I cleaned the cabinet and I removed the little handles off of the doors, both doors. And I forgot to mention that I found this on Facebook Marketplace for $30. And this thing is solid. It is real wood and it's very heavy. And so I think it's a really great deal for $30. I have some wood filler here, and I'm gonna go ahead and fill these little holes with this wood filler. I'm gonna fill these and let this dry, and then I'll lightly sand this and paint right over it. So I'm gonna let this dry for a little bit, and I'll be back. Getting ready to paint. I wanted to show you my paint. This is Rust-Oleum chalked, linen white chalk paint. And I am just going to paint this right onto the cabinet. I am not going to use a primer. I'm going to go ahead and just paint this on. I've done several pieces of furniture this way, and I have good luck with this chalk paint. It seems to cover very well. So I'm gonna go ahead and start painting, and I will check in just a little bit. So I have the first coat on. It may look a little scary, but I promise you it's gonna come out great. I may do a little distressing on this as well. So I'm gonna go ahead and let this dry for a while, and then I will put on the second coat. So it is the next day, and yesterday I ended up putting 2 coats of paint on this cabinet, and it definitely needs one more coat. So I'm gonna put one more coat on it, and then I am gonna head off to the thrift store and look for some wallpaper. I remembered that the thrift store that I go to has a big bin full of contact paper and wallpaper. A lot of it is vintage, so I think I'm gonna go there and try to find some wallpaper to line the inside of the walls of this cabinet. So this is so far, and I ended up painting the shelves on here. I'm not gonna put paper on the shelves. I am gonna put paper on the walls. So I didn't paint the inside of the walls, but I painted both shelves. And this door right here, I noticed as I was painting it that the insert comes out and you can actually switch this to glass. So I didn't paint that because I may either try to find a piece of glass to fit that, or I might put some wallpaper on that. So I'm gonna decide that once I get to wallpapering. And so this is how it looks so far. There's still some spots where you can see the dark shining through. That third coat will take care of it. And it has dried overnight. It feels really good. So I'm gonna go ahead and paint a third coat on this, and then I will update you. The paint is dried. I picked up some really neat wallpaper, and I'm gonna get that in after I distress this. I have my sander here. This is my Ryobi sander, and I am just going around. You can see here where I have run it in a few spots, and I want this to look old, and so I am just taking this and going around in different areas and roughing it up. And I'll show you real quick. It's kind of loud, but I'm just picking some spots and chipping it up. I continue doing this until I get the result that I want, and I will be back. Okay, I'm giving you a sneak peek. I just moved it into the bedroom. I don't want to show you the whole thing yet. And I just rubbed a wax on this, and it really brought out the areas that I distressed. And I am going to now put wallpaper in. Let me show you the wallpaper that I got. This is the wallpaper right here. My bedroom is navy blue. This is a piece of furniture that I finished. I'll show you another cabinet that I finished before, and another nightstand. So it's navy blue. I saw this. It has a navy blue background, has some little hearts on it. It's really not gonna be seen much because I'm gonna have the cabinet filled, but I think this is gonna be really cute. It's nice and thick, and it is wallpaper, so it's gonna cover the dark areas. I'll link my brushes that I use, my wax, and the paint down below, so you can go and check those out if you are shopping for them. So I will be back in just a little bit. Okay, so here is my wallpaper. Don't look close because I am not a professional wallpaper person. But look how cute that looks. I can't wait to reveal the entire thing. I will in just a little bit. So I'm in my bedroom, and so is my new cabinet, and I am so in love with it. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you what it looks like. It's a lot more distressed than I thought it would be. My projects seem to develop and change as I am working on them. I never know when I'm gonna get till the very end. And so I just love it. So I'm gonna show you. As you walk into the room, and here is my cabinet. It is a big change from what it first was. I'll insert a picture to remind you of what it looked like. And so this took 3 coats of paint, and then I also used a clear wax. The wax really helped bring out the distressed areas. Went around with a sander, and I also went around with a hammer. It's funny because I took the time to cover these holes that were here, but then I made more indents and scratches. but I didn't want them to be uniform, so I had to fill those holes up. And yes, my generator is still running. It has been 4 or 5 days now that we have not had power. So thankful for the generator, but you can really hear that. I have been sleeping right here in this bed next to that generator, and it has really been challenging trying to sleep at night, but I'm so thankful that we do have electricity. Show you the inside, and there's the wallpaper. Looks so cute. I put a bulb inside this. I'm not sure how much I will use the bulb, but I'm gonna go ahead and turn it on. So up here on top, I have a spider plant, and I have this Mexican owl painted bird. I love it so much. I thrifted that. I have another one right over here on my nightstand. This one is, I guess that's like a pheasant, I don't know. But I have another one that's in my kitchen, and I'm looking to collect these. And so I thought the owl would look really nice sitting up here on this cabinet. My little furniture redo. I did this in 2 days, and I'm very happy with it. So that is the end of my video for today. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know what you think about my cabinet down in the comments. Please like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you in my next video. Thanks for watching, and God bless.